Prophecy of Nahum, chapter 3, Nineveh's miserable destruction. Woe to thee, O city of blood, all full of lies and violence. Rapine shall not depart from thee. The noise of the whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the neighing horse, and of the running chariot, and of the horseman coming up, and of the shining sword, and of the glittering spear, and of a multitude slain, and of a grievous destruction. And there is no end of carcasses, and they shall fall down on their dead bodies, because of the multitude of the fornications of the harlot that was beautiful and agreeable, and that made use of witchcraft, that sold nations through her fornications, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I come against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy shame to thy face, and I will show thy nakedness to the nations, and I will show thy shame to kingdoms, and I will cast abominations upon thee, and I will disgrace thee, and I will make an example of thee. And it shall come to pass that everyone shall see thee, shall flee from thee, and shall say, Nineveh is laid waste, and who shall bemoan thee? Which shall I seek a comforter for thee? Art thou better than the populous Alexandria, that dwelleth among the rivers? Waters are round about it, the sea is its riches, the waters are its walls. Ethiopia and Egypt were the strength thereof, and there is no end. Africa and the Libyans were thy helpers, yet she was also removed and carried into captivity. Her young children were dashed into pieces at the top of every street, and they cast lots upon her nobles, and all her great men were bound in fetters. Therefore thou shalt also be made drunk, and shalt be despised, and thou shalt seek help from the enemy. All thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with their green figs. If they be shaken, they shall fall into the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open to thy enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Draw thee water for the siege. Build up thy bulwarks. Go into the clay and tread. Work it and make brick. There shall the fire devour thee. Thou shalt perish by the sword. It shall devour thee like the brucus. Assemble together like the brucus. Make thyself many like the locust. Thou hast multiplied thy merchandises above the stars of heaven. The brucus has spread himself and flown away. Thy guards are like the locust, and thy little ones are like the locusts of locusts, which swarm on the hedges in the day of cold. The sun arose, and they flew away, and their place was not known where they were. Thy shepherds have slumbered, O king of Assyria. Thy princes shall be buried. Thy people are hid in the mountains, and there is none to gather them together. Thy destruction is not hidden. Thy wound is grievous, and all that have heard the fame of thee have clapped their hands over thee. For upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually?